exploring Earth's mysterious neighbour, the Moon. Hey everyone, welcome to Chandrama. Today we're taking a closer look at Earth's most mysterious neighbour, the Moon. It's been a source of wonder, myth and scientific discovery for centuries. But how much do we really know about our lunar companion? Stick around as we dive into 10 mind-blowing facts about the Moon that you might not have heard before. Fact 1. The Moon's formation. Let's start with the origin of the Moon. The most widely accepted theory is the giant impact hypothesis. Around 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized body called Theia collided with the young Earth, sending debris into space. Over time, this debris coalesced to form the Moon. In fact, it's so closely related to Earth that some of the Moon's rocks are chemically almost identical to Earth's mantle. Fact 2. The Moon is moving away. Did you know the Moon is slowly moving away from Earth? Every year, the Moon drifts about 3.8 centimeters farther from us. While this may seem like a tiny amount, if you rewind billions of years, the Moon was much closer, about 14,000 miles closer, which means Earth had much shorter days. In fact, Earth's days were only about 18 hours long back then. Fact 3. The Moon's gravity. The Moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's, which means if you weigh 180 pounds on Earth, you'd only weigh about 30 pounds on the Moon. This is why astronauts appear to float and make those famous slow-motion bounces during moonwalks. But did you know the Moon's gravity also affects the Earth in a big way? It's responsible for our tides, causing the oceans to bulge toward the Moon. Fact 4. The dark side of the Moon. There's no such thing as the dark side of the Moon. While we often hear the term, it's a misnomer. The Moon is tidally locked with Earth, meaning it always shows us the same face. But the other side of the Moon gets sunlight too, just not in the same way we're used to seeing it. That's why we call it the far side of the Moon. Fact 5. The Moon has quakes. Just like Earth, the Moon has its own version of earthquakes, called moonquakes. These are caused by tidal forces, meteorite impacts, or even from the Moon cooling and shrinking over time. Some of these quakes are quite powerful, registering on seismographs, though they're not as intense as the ones on Earth. Fact 6. The Moon has water. Another fascinating discovery from recent space missions is that the Moon has water. NASA confirmed that there are traces of water ice in permanently shadowed craters near the poles of the Moon. This water could potentially be used for future lunar exploration, making the Moon a key destination for future space missions. Fact 7. The Moon's surface is covered in dust. The moon's surface is covered in a layer of fine dust called regolith. This dust is made up of tiny particles that have been ground down by the constant bombardment of meteoroids over billions of years. It's very fine, almost like powder, and it sticks to everything. It's one of the biggest challenges for astronauts as it can get into equipment and suits. Fact 8. The moon affects our calendar. Ever wondered why months are roughly 30 days long? It's because of the moon. Early civilizations based their calendars on the lunar cycle, the time it takes for the moon to orbit Earth. That's about 29.5 days, which is the length of a synodic month. So while we use a solar calendar today, we're still influenced by the moon's movements. Fact 9. The first human step on the moon. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong took humanity's first steps on the moon during the Apollo 11 mission. When he said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," it was a moment that forever changed human history. Since then, only 12 astronauts have walked on the lunar surface, and the last moon landing took place in 1972. Fact 10. The moon's influence on Earth. Lastly, let's talk about the moon's influence on Earth. The moon stabilizes Earth's axial tilt, which in turn helps moderate our planet's climate. Without the moon, Earth could experience dramatic shifts in climate, making our planet much less hospitable for life. It's hard to imagine Earth without its constant lunar companion. So, there you have it. 10 amazing facts about the moon. From its mysterious formation to its role in Earth's climate, the moon is more than just a glowing orb in the night sky. It's a vital part of our planet's history and future. If you learned something new today, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more space content. And as always, leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up.